Hello guys, welcome to safetrader. This is Aravind. Let's analyze the trades that we have taken today in Nifty and BankNifty, and we will also analyze how we are going to trade for tomorrow. Okay, so we have come live in YouTube today, and it's not normal and not every day we are coming live, but we come live whenever there is an opportunity and whenever there is a need for us will come live. And today we happen to come live because there is a news about RBI's policy, and then we wanted to ensure that we book maximum amount of profit. So today morning, as I started streaming, we have not taken any trade in the morning, and this is Nifty. Let me take you to 5-minute time frame. Okay, so we have not taken any trade since morning. Even after the RBI policy that was open, we have not taken any trade immediately. Okay, we were only just sitting idle there. In Nifty at least we have not touched, because today, being an RBI policy which is related to banks, we mostly wanted to trade only in Bank Nifty than in Nifty, because when you actually look at it, gives you a momentum of very few points, which is like maybe around 150 155 points of movement in Nifty completely for the entire day. But today we know that banks are in focus, right? So initially when I said, when it was actually trading around this zone, I said 16400 can be taken, because we are expecting a bull run around this zone when the RBI policy was being spoken about. So immediately, this was giving us profits, though none of us have taken a real trade in this. We have not taken real trade because Nifty wasn't giving us any positive momentum or negative momentum initially, and after that there was a V-shaped recovery. So keeping in this mind, okay, now the news about the RBI policy has been already factored into the market. Now everyone know that this has opened, or the RBI has increased it by 50 basis points, right? Now this is going to be certainly a bearish signal for banks. Now especially when there are banks like HDFC, Kotak Bank or ICICI Bank, etc. These are all high valued stocks in Nifty and also in Bank Nifty. Now when certainly the number of high valued stocks are falling, obviously Nifty is also tend to fall. That's why we see a full V-shaped recovery up to the bottom of today. Now if you actually look at the levels that I have given you, these are the same levels that I provided in the morning. If you actually observe it on live session, these are the same levels. So if you look at it, 16347 is the bottom and 16489 is the top, which is like 16490 almost. Okay, so look at this, it was exactly from there taking a rejection and taking a support around the same level. Now this is where we call it as a price action trading. So we need to make a note of the levels that we know, and accordingly we play based on how the levels are being drawn. So now if there is a very good price action, for example, if there is a retest something like this, we would have taken a put option here and gone with this particular trade. But we don't see any other price action here, so we avoided trading. So tomorrow what is going to happen, we are going to follow the same levels, no new levels at all. So same levels are going to be factored in. So if tomorrow, if it opens a gap down below 16347, wait for a price action. If it opens a gap down, because we don't have a clear view, if this is opening a flat or gap down. So if it is opening a gap down, we will wait for a price action and then go with a target of 16 to 34. Okay, this is going to be our target one, and below this we'll go with the target of 16122, and at the bottom we'll have a final target which is 16007. This is going to be our final target. But if you look at the zone which you see between 16007 and 15907, whatever the zone that you see here, we will not trade anything. We will look for some confirmation, either it is going to be a breakdown or a breakout. Based on this, we will make a confirmation whether to go on a downside or on the upper side. So this is completely a no trading zone for us. We will not take any trades when the Nifty is trading between these 100 points of zone. Okay, but apart from that, if it is a gap down, obviously we will go short in Nifty based on the price action that is forming, and then go with a target of 16,122 on the second target. And on the upper side, obviously it has to break 16,489 for it to go up to 16,557, and finally my target would be 16,752 on the upper side. If this is not if this is not broken, I am still bearish in Nifty, because for past few days 16,800, okay, 16,800 is acting as a very huge resistance. So I would say please stay cautious when trading around these levels. If Nifty comes up to 16,800 levels, I would be interested in going on a short than buying longs. Okay, so but however, I would wait for some price action between 16,000 and 15,900 zone, and then either take a short position or a long position on the upside. Okay, let's check in Bank Nifty. Look at this. Look at the kind of move that we had since morning. Look at, we haven't touched Nifty in the morning at all. We haven't touched Nifty at all in the morning because it was completely zooming up. And after that, when it was taking a retest, I said, okay, you can take a 35,100 put, or some people have taken 35,300 because they have capital. Okay, so for those who don't have capital, I said 35,100 put can be taken because it is of a low premium. Now look at the rally. Look at the rally from there. We had a beautiful reversal trade from here to here, almost 600 points of rally. Now for every retracement, we were able to take lot of trades. See, we have taken one positive trade here on the long side, and then afterwards every short we were able to cover. For every retracement, we have taken a trade. Every retracement, on the upside, on the downside, a retest, trade, a retest, we have entered the trade, and this is a huge, it's around 260 points of trade, which is a huge trade we had. And after that, it was a small call trade we had, on the long side. But apart from that, most of them are huge trades, so that we have taken today and able to book somewhere around 500 points with single lot. Okay, now this is beautifully done. Since morning we have played with levels. We have drawn target 1, target 2, and target 3 as well here. That's the final target we have touched, completely booked entire profits, and congratulations to whoever has actually joined our live YouTube channel and then were able to book profits. Now let's analyze the levels for tomorrow. So let's look at black lines that you see. Okay, let's look at black lines that you see. Okay, let's clear out the yellow lines that you see here. Okay, okay, let me clear them out. Okay, done. Now, so tomorrow, okay, if it opens a gap down, now, because the entire banking sector, like this, if you actually observe banking sector since morning, it was opening a gap up, but then it was down for some time, and then there was a huge short covering, and everyone expected it to be a buying zone because Nifty and Bank Nifty was also shooting up because of these banks. And then similarly, even in Kotak Bank, we have seen immediately short covering, and also in HDFC Bank. Axis Bank was completely on a sideways momentum initially, even though there was a short covering in other banks. But after that, from 11:45 or from 12 o'clock, you have seen there was a fall in banking sector. You see this from 12 o'clock or from 11:30 to 12 o'clock, there was a fall on all the major banking sectors. Okay, major banking stocks, we have seen huge fall in all of them like ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank, and this is a Kotak Bank, and this is Axis Bank. So based on that, we have taken a reverse trade. Okay, based on that, we have taken a reverse trade here. And one reason being that there are huge gaps between trades. Let me go into 1 minute time frame that will actually show you the gaps. Okay, so if you actually carefully observe it, there is a gap here. Look at this, and exactly we were able to book profits here. Look at this. This is where I I plotted a target here. Exactly around this zone I plotted a target. Look at this, right? So, and after this my target was just below here, because look at this small gap, very little gap. You see it, very little gap here. There is a little gap here. So based on this, I was confirmed that the bank nifty is going to fill that gap on the downside. So obviously I have given a very long trade, but it was a risky because for someone who cannot take 60 points, the stop loss was here somewhere initially, then I reduced it, but who cannot take a 80 points of stop loss, it would have been a risky one. But others, whoever has taken, there are few people who have taken the trade and they were able to book handsome profits here, right? And it was also breaking today's low initially, and then afterwards it has taken a retracement. Now what are we going to do for tomorrow? So let's look at the black lines here. Look at the same thing. Okay, now let me go back to 15-minute time frame. Okay, so tomorrow if it opens a gap down, for example, if it opens a gap down somewhere here, 34,863. Okay, if it is opening below this zone, we'll wait for a price action because currently it is around the same price zone. So we'll wait for a price action and go for the target of 34,423. Okay, and now once this target, it's like, look at this, it's like a 500 points of target that I'm giving you here. Look at this, 500 points of target along with the gap down. Okay, I'm talking about gap down situation. So, and in case if this breaks on the downside, we'll wait for a price action and then go with a target of 33,878 with a hurdle of 33,200 in between. Okay, there is a hurdle which is around 34,200. So this is going to be a hurdle. So we will certainly wait for some price action here as well and take a short position. And on the upside, if this is actually opening a gap up, our first target is going to be 35,000 on the upside. Okay, 35,000 on the upside, and then this is going to be 35,924, which is going to be the next one. So 35,300 is going to be the first one, 35,900. Now what are we going to do within these zones? Because the difference between these targets is around 600 points here. Okay, almost 600, here 300 points. So every time what we are going to do is, for every 100 points we are going to trail. On the call side, if there is an opportunity, for every 100 points we will trail. But on the downside, I'm sure, I don't think we don't need to trail for every 100 points. 150 to 180 points is good for us to trail on the downside tomorrow if it opens a gap down and gives us a price action. Okay, so hope you are able to follow these levels, and please make a note of these levels, and tomorrow we will follow the same levels during our trade. Probably if I don't not come live, I will try posting the levels on YouTube or even on community channel so that you will have access to this. Okay, if you like the content that we are providing, please do like, share and subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much, and you have a great day ahead. And before I forget, I wanted to let you know that we have taken a Gujarat Gas Steel on the put side. I clearly mentioned in the morning itself when we opened our market, this Gujarat Gas is going to give us profits on the downside because there is a negative news related to gas sector, basically. Okay, fuel sector. There is a negative news, and I clearly said, no, please take a put option in Gujarat Gas. And now it is around 487, and the target is going to be 480 on the downside. Okay, so hope you enjoyed this session. You have a great day ahead. Thank you so much, guys.